Hey, what's up, guys? Monday, the 5th of June, or whenever you see this, this could apply to that day. I'm going to do a weekly reading, and what I'm feeling today is doing a Gemini, Sagittarius, mutable axis, 3-9 reading. So it's going to apply to you guys. Got a lot of Mercury with Gemini, Jupiter, Sagittarius. I guess tropically, Western, the sun is in Gemini. Sidereally, it's in Taurus, but I think even sidereally, you got Mercury and Venus, I believe, are in Gemini right now. There's a lot of Gemini stuff. And then Sagittarius, the sidereal moon is in Sagittarius. I guess it was just there for Western tropical viewpoint. So I'm just doing I'm going to do Gemini and Sagittarius today. So let's see what comes up. So this is going to be a past, a present, a hidden influences, an advice, and a likely outcome. So whatever faces you is right side up. Okay, so past, we're going to go back to the bottom for past. Devil, sweet. Yeah, Capricorn. All right. Present. We're going to go to the right on the top for the present. Page of Cups. There's that Page of Cups again. Hidden influences. Hidden. We're going to go deep for that. Hidden influences. Love it. 10 of Cups. Wow. Looking pretty good for you mutable crossers. Advice. Aha. There's that Nightmare card. Comes up for me so much. Likely outcome. Upside down, Knight of Swords. Sweet. We got a couple cups. We got a couple swords. In Gemini, consider these to be very Gemini-centric cards. But so past, okay, Devil. I see this as a card of being chained to something. We're here halfway through, well, actually a little bit past the major arcana. So this is right before that Tower moment. So you kind of come to terms with you're being constrained, but it's a self-imposed constraint. I mean, these chains are not tightly bound to the masculine and the feminine right here, but it's a choice, and I think we've. Since this is a past card, I want to believe that this is we've kind of come to terms of how we might be constrained to something. And given that now we've got these cups here, I consider this probably some sort of emotional constraint too. Maybe not wanting to feel something, maybe be tied into a certain person. It's good. So it's a necessary step. Let's acknowledge how we're confining ourselves to certain circumstances, realize that it's only within our mind, and then let that Tower moment occur, and I clear away any of those thoughts that are leading to us being constrained, and then moving forward. And then this is kind of since the page, it's like that youthful, I'd say youthful folly came to mind, but it's kind of like this new beginning in emotion. The waters in the back are clear, although albeit wavy, but the Page of Cups allows himself, it can represent a guy or a girl, but allowing himself or herself to feel the emotion. And, he's focused on that fish there, that fish being in the water, swimming through choppy waters, smooth waters. It's down for that voyage. So I think this is a great, we're coming out of the Devil, moving into this Page of Cups. I think it could mean a new love. And then considering we got 10 of Cups here, this is kind of the completion of the emotional journey. It's like we've gotten rid of things that previously didn't suit us, or maybe we settled for something that we knew that we could do better. And then this hidden influences, this is what awaits for us, the end of this. So this is the 9 of Cups is, to me, that's kind of a self-contentment, a self-love. And then once you have that, then you're willing to share that with a broader audience. And here in this card, it's Now the man is joined by a partner, wife, and kids, so growing the family. But they're sharing this love among a wider group. So this looks really positive here. Know that this is his work. And yeah, even in my last couple readings, I've gotten his Four of Wands, this sort of building this home together. I mean, I guess the Four of Wands is more of like a temporary state. It's on the path towards, I guess, greater development, but it's a bit of a respite through initial work. This is the end. I mean, this is Ten of Cups. So if I'm thinking beginning and end, this is what's in store. And this is what's going on right now. So just know the efforts that you're making towards unattaching yourself, making yourself emotionally vulnerable, willing to go forward, willing to try something new. This is what is in store for us. Now, this advice here is Nine of Swords. So, this is almost to completion, and this is like, stuck in one's head. So this is a little bit more detached from emotions. But I think the good thing about the Nightmare card here, it's considered to be a bad card, but what is true for the man in the card is that what is going on was all in his head. So he's waking up from the nightmare. He's close to completion, but he doesn't need to stay stuck in his head. I mean, here that he's always protected. He's got this blanket over him. And then there's signs of the zodiac on the side of his bed. So it's indicative of just kind of the up and down of life. I mean, it's like a kind of a wheel of fortune sort of aspect where you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. But you realize he's going through these downs, but really they're all in his head. So to me, it's right side up. It means that the worst is over. And this is also kind of, since this precedes the Ten of Swords, which is all the swords in his back, and he's lying on the ground. Maybe he had an initial death. Like what comes after the death is the new growth. So that's inevitable too. And then just like the Devil here is before the Tower moment, it's kind of coming after death in the major arcana. What comes after the Devil and the Tower is really the good stuff. The moon, the star, the judgment, the reawakening, and then the world, the completion. So this is a really good position to be in. So I think the advice here would be then to acknowledge the things that are self-imposed, what's in your head. Are you avoiding feeling the emotions? This is a lot of self-imposition of worry and doubt and fear and anxiety, which is not grounded in reality. So I would offer that. And then the Knight of Swords is, since it's reversed, like the Knight of Swords right side up is kind of this, it is this very fast mental moving, rushing from one thing to the next. I know in this card, the horse represents kind of our body. And then the knight on the sword is this, he's got this red cloak on, he's adorned with other red, so he's got this passion, he's holding up his sword, and he's his own taskmaster. So he's like whipping, I mean, this could be us, like it would be me. I'm whipping myself into shape of, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. My mind is going a million miles a minute, but what this is calling attention to is that there's going to be a slowing down of the mind. So that's what I'm coming up with the reversed. And I think coming to terms with a lot of these doubts were in your mind, you can slow down the mind. Let the mind do what it does and let the thoughts come in, but we don't have to take ownership of them. We can just sit and allow. I think of it as like a financial ticker, or on a sports TV channel, they've got the scores flying by at the bottom of the screen. So I think the same thing happens with our thoughts. We can allow them to come into our mind and just observe them. It's like, all right, well, the White Sox beat the Tigers today. Great. And just that could be the same for any thought. I've got this thought, oh, this person screwed me over. Oh, okay, it's just a thought. This thing is going to hurt me. Oh, that's a thought, because it's not actually going to happen that way, most likely. but then you can install the thoughts that you want. So this, to me, this is like, have some patience, let thoughts do their thing, but it's going to slow down. And this is really what's at work too. Let it come out of the mind, you're integrated in the body, and then this great joy awaits in the future. So yeah, I think if we are in Gemini time, if you're a Western devotee, we're in Gemini, and I mean, I think of the signs as you've got like good aspects of it, and then aspects in which we're kind of called to overcome. In the Gemini, it could be sort of associated with Mercury. That's really fast moving. You're like wanting to devote your attention to many different things and jump around, which is great because you have a lot of interests. And then I think same with Sagittarius too. They like to take adventures and move around, and it's such mutable energy for both of them. Maybe Sagittarius interest is on like a higher, more conceptual level, where the Gemini is more practical and like getting tasks done. But I think it's calling us of like, let's be aware of where our mind is moving really quickly. And then, learn to separate, okay, like I can take a break on something if this is wearing me into the ground. If I'm too much in my head, am I like feeling headaches, am I feeling the energy stuck up in the top of my body? We're called to become aware of that and just focus on the main things that we want to get done, and also allow for that integration in the body, because we're starting off something new here emotionally. And this is what's at work, which is, to me, one of the most positive, most uplifting cards in the whole deck. So I really like this for you guys. So I hope you Geminis and Sagittarius and anybody else that associates with these, I hope you all enjoy and have a great week.